Alright, so at the end of the last video, I stopped in the middle of reading this adventure because it was going on long. The video was over an hour long, and I felt like it really shouldn't get that long. So hopefully, this will end relatively soon, although it is an interesting adventure. And then I'll continue reading some more random ones. So, if you didn't watch the end of the last video, well, firstly, you should, and secondly, I'm not entirely sure how to describe the plot of this adventure up to this point. It's very weird, kind of jumps about all over the place, skips a lot of the Spurb stuff, just gets right into it. There's a recent bit in it where a character refused to act as a server to their client, which caused the Earth to be doomed and everyone to die, and that player to be stranded in the medium, except that only happened in 99.999 something percentage of universes, and there's one timeline where a neural misfiring made that player help their client even though they didn't want to. It was very cool. This adventure's cool. It's like weird and surreal. Kind of reminds me a bit of Adventures in the Consumption of Breads. Read that if you haven't. It's also good. But yeah, I guess I'll just continue. This character, I don't remember their name. They nicknamed Triangle Head by their friends. Hold on, their name's Alex. Right. So yeah, I know I didn't really go into the plot at all of this adventure up to this point, but you know, it's Spurb stuff. A few players have entered. Ninja imps getting on people's nerves. Yeah, I guess I can start now. Facilitate your Spurb client, if that's alright with you. While you wait for this to install, you could always rework your charts. But with the current size of the group and the looming timeline, it looks like you might be the last player. If your plan had been followed, there could have been up to 6 survivors as opposed to 4. 2 people have died because your advice went unheeded. Dream Alex, be assassinated. What a sneaky assassin. There's some violent stabbing going on there. Stop! What's done is done. Alex's dream self has perished. It's hammer time? I'm not sure why it's hammer time exactly. Joe, realize previously foreshadowed fate. I guess that your pop and lock style dancing was foreshadowing of your being crushed by a safe, i.e. popped by a lock. That is pretty goddamn lame. Ray, discuss gaping hole with server. That's right, he used that weird images instead of pest logs for some reason. I really have no idea why it would do that. Why didn't they just make a spoiler box? I don't know. Where did my safe go? Hey, are you still there? My apologies, I became momentarily distracted. May I ask you a question? Go for it. Have you ever felt like some part of you just died? Never mind. I think your safe may have landed in the kitchen. Everything was going fine. You had sprite logged the bust of Sigmund Freud. Semi-accidentally chose Shovel Kind for your Strife Specibus, and were both getting your life on. It's pronounced life, right? Then Alex's cursor and your mysteriously locked safe went AWOL. This guy is a fucking oddball of the highest order. Go check out the kitchen. Dang it, why is the image broken? Wait, hold on a moment. Copy image location. The image location is... Link to 404. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna finish reading this adventure, and then I'm gonna go into the like edit menu and see what is up with this page, because it seems like the image location is the adventure URL 404 quest, and that doesn't seem right. No. Oh god, no. This can't be happening. Jesus Christ, how awful. How horrible. Oh wait, your tomatoes are just fine. Joe's been crushed, but you can make him into you can just make him into one of those ghosts, like Shane did. You feel less like you've lost a pet, and more like you've gained a magical talking pet guide. Prototype Joe and various Joe Goops. You're pretty sure that a combination of your cat and Sigmund Freud is the best idea, and the best possible sprite dude to have. He even inherited Joe's chiseled handsome features, which is just hilarious. Yes, excellent. Joe's right. Clara and Uma's right. Discuss adventure. Got to the gate. I guess you owe me $20. How close are you guys? Master and I spent an hour down here already. I'm so tired. Down? Like in a hole or something? Yep. My gate's up in the sky, floating. I decay. Heh. A fool and her boondollars are easily parted. Uma Sprite. Examine object 20 blocks ahead. Wait! I think I see the gate. Yeah? Is it the sky symbol? No, it's kinda organic and huge. I don't know if that's a gate. Try to be cautious. I'll try to use horse sense. I should box your fucking ears in. No use beating. Oh, a dead. Jesus, shut up, you massive faggot. Horse. Fuck you. I could have read that out better, probably. Despite your advanced spirit senses, the fog manages to cloud even your huge, disc-like anime eyes. It's big, it's pink, and if horses had hackles, yours would be erect with suspense and the fear of the unknown. What is that thing? Look harder. You expend a perceivable amount of effort in gazing straight into the foggy abyss. Abyss. Gaze back. Oh, it's just some lovely bloody eyeball butterflies. Whee! Bug! Okay, master, we have to run now. What's making that horrible noise? Run! I don't know what direction to run in. Ah! Oh God, what is wrong with butterflies? Ah! Jerks, stop looking at me. You are the jerks. You'd really like to know how to use those special. They look neat. Individually, Clara's getting ready to pop the cork on her jet plane rocket pack. It's probably going to explode and kill her. Rhea wails on imps to the delight of Alex, who collects the copper and iron grist gleefully. Finally, his carefully drawn-out plans have come to fruition. The grist could also yield clues as to the nature of Ray's land, which excites him. Shane is running, which means that she's not dead yet. They all have this butterfly symbol on their pictures. Wonder why. Shane, continue to run. Thanks for the tip. You don't know much about this thing, but you do know that it's the one creating the fog and that horrible whistle. That is quite the eldritch abomination you got there. It's a lot of hands. Achievement unlocked. Retrieved arms. Ha. Uma Sprite. Reply. Purple Pikachu began pestering Manus nebulosus. Why don't you want us to look at you? Because how do you read this? Like, Zalgo text. Like, I'd have to, like, edit my voice. It's too much effort to, like, edit my voice after recording all this. This is... Actually, it might not be that much effort. I think your hands are pretty. Well, why don't you just show us? I'm sure it's not as bad as you make it out to be. What you are absolutely sure is your land's denizen, I was thinking that, is a spooky and hardly sympathetic character. Your ghostly little nostril holes spell an empathy quest your master could participate in. With that kind of karmic magnetism, you'll both violently gravitate directly towards winning this game. Clara, violently anti-gravitate. This might be it, man. Might be what? Please clarify. Please clarify. That's humorous. I might finally be able to die. These bottles will explode, and I can achieve true neutrality. Oh, come on, guy. Or maybe I'll survive and save your girlfriend, and we can all keep playing this dumb video game. Whatever it is, Finn. Whatever is fine. This fucking keypad, man. This fucking banana phone. Once these corks pop, you will either be free as a bird or dead as a doornail. Both prospects excite you, as neither lead you to being on fire ever again. You fit in what almost seems like a goodbye to Alex, you guess? Whatever. Alright, let's see what this thing can do! You can smell the champagne. It's dry, but with a definite accent of citrus shining through the whole thing. Tart, but still entirely refreshing. You busted your lip open twice today. Not a single fucking drip of liquor fell into your mouth. There was nothing worse than having the booze-kind strife specialist. The land of hand-holding and marshmallow-licking better watch out. You're in the mood to kick ass. Fun fact, did you know that wine testing is mostly a sham, and that even expert taste testers can't distinguish very well between different kinds of wine? That was a fun fact. You alchemize the most potent weapon your grist would allow for this realm. White lightning. It'll probably kill you no matter what type of strife specialist you had. You want it inside your gullet right now. Unfortunately, the fog's -13 effect on sight, -11 on hearing, and -11 on smell makes anything that could be hiding in the mist totally undetectable. You'll most likely be destroyed by an unseen enemy. Be destroyed by an unseen enemy. Stop cowering, child. All enemies that could be in the mist aren't just unseen, but unseeing. Just find Shane and get off this worthless, blurry rock. Chances of you accidentally walking into a huge amethyst ogre or quartz basilisk are very, very slim. Oh man, and then she just runs head-on into both of those immediately, right? No, that's one of the worst narrative devices ever. I'm actually fucking offended that you would suggest I'm the sort of person to use that. This isn't an episode of Johnny Test. Fuck that. Fuck you. No, seriously, fuck you. These are pretty good gifts, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna come back to these and save them after I finish reading this. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, yeah, yeah, I like them. Now you are Ray, who is falling to her death. It is also very dark, so you might be in a hole or something. You hope Alex didn't accidentally delete you. Touch base with server. It was very different to use a computer when you were both in freefall. Eventually, you were able to make out his message. Be right back. BRB, lunch. Oh, god damn it. Alex, save Ray. If you thought she was in trouble, you surely would. You're taking a lunch break right now, though. It is important to square away me time, even when faced with important or stressful situations. It's what separates us from the animals. pretty sure this is a Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff reference. Ray, land. Letting out an anguished cry of "Wah!" you hurtled towards the ground wall in abject terror. Thanks to your server's quick wrist, however, you fell onto the soft cotton and goose down of your own bed. What are you going to do? And more importantly, where did your house end up landing? Look out window. Also, by the way, I have no idea what's going on and why this guy was in House that was falling, and the fact that, like, I've read, like, the pages before this a week beforehand and then didn't read any in between, probably something to do with that, but, like, I think that's just a general thing in this adventure, in general. It's got, like, this feeling of its plot not really being important, I think? Like, it's hard to describe. But the way it's just jumping around, like, it's not trying to be a conventional narrative. Look out window. Land of tunnels and... You've always hated underground, sewer, labyrinth, and air vent levels in video games. It looks like that's all this is, which is goddamn super fave forever. These nooks and crannies are sure to be filled with Easter eggs and game secrets, treasures and special enemies. Alex will be haranguing you to examine, defeat, and collect each piece, if he's still in charge of you anymore. You aren't sure. You pirated the game from a link Shane sent you. Maybe if you were responsible enough to purchase a copy, you'd have an informational booklet that would clue you in on these details. But you didn't, so you don't. Classic. Storylines converge. You would, but Clara's got to get through another RPG walk-around. She should probably get some XP before meeting with the denizen. Anybody who would meet up with a big boss like that without maxing out their Esche ladder would have to be a real horse's ass. Clara, collect XP. Sure, whatever. Your Esche ladder would usually show what level you had achieved in the game. However, your apathy crystals have achieved enough size and sheen that you can no longer care about levels. You could be at the top, you could be at the very bottom. You just don't give a fuck. You will never give a fuck about anything ever again. What a bummer. This fog really sucks a lot of dicks. Like, it actually does. 1 million itsy bitsy water molecules form 500,000 tiny mouths servicing 500,000 wee dicks. Jesus Christ, your little outline of white lines has even disappeared. They were supposed to signify how very invisible you were. Visibility is so fucked in this fog that invisibility has vanished. Escape this multi-cooked super moist nightmare. Naturally, you never intended to set up shop here. Maybe meet a nice bit of fog, settle down and have kids. There's something massive up ahead. Maybe you can kill it. Or it can kill you. Whatevs, brevs. Go. This is the most awesome and terrifying thing you have ever done. The denizen had its weak spot clearly exposed, and you took your chance. Your apathy always deals plus 25p to acts of bravado, and your elimination of all the red butterflies halved your opponent's health unbeknownst to you. Being a team member of Shane in her direct vicinity allows you to leech off of her karmic magnetism. Her moral compass spins wildly as your attack is multiplied thricely. Your blow shatters the top half of the skull, spraying blood, bone, and grey matter across a half-mile radius. This kills the denizen. Realize achievements. Achievement unlocked. Strangers on a game. Carried away. Blindsided. Okay. Bit hard to read some of these. Alley-oop for the slam dunk. Butt out. Too crunk, too crink. Pink. Buddy system. Look at all these humorously named achievements. You've got like 3 more pages worth of these things. Earning carried away is almost worth being soaked in monster blood. You really need a shower now though. Shane will probably let you use her shower after hearty congratulations. Shane, congratulate comrade. Congrats on ruining diplomatic effort. Clara is literally drenched in innocent blood. You're being given such useful tips and tricks, as well as being introduced to the mythos of the game. She just ruins everything she goddamn touches, doesn't she? Your moral compass has lost a huge load of karmic magnetism for being inadvertently dragged into this horrible mess. That was our fucking ally! Mourn loss. For a moment there, you forgot this was a video game. Corpses don't lie around. They turn into giant piles of sweet, sweet treasure. With all these bottles and boomerangs, accessories set in flesh and lavender, you begin to suppose that maybe your and Clara's actions were set in stone by the overbearingly controlling charts of fate. Besides, you know that any emotional anguish you could employ would be deflected by Clara's apathy stats and negatively affect your own karma. It would be an imprudent game technique indeed. Alex would never stop scolding you. Examine Bountiful Hall. In addition to a whooping 150 boon dollars, you got a copy of Advanced Diplomacy, 3 new boomerangs to add to your admittedly sparse armory, an ancient tome, which you cannot currently read at your languages level, but a friend dress, diadem of kindness. Shane refused to take any money with blood on it, so Clara gained 375 boon dollars for her misdeeds. She also bashed her way to Conceal Yourself in Under 5 Minutes, a book on disguises, complete with cut-out cardboard moustaches, a purple drink of some sort, causes drowsiness. First edition iPad 4, you don't know what the most gratifying way to destroy a barely functional banana phone is, but you will find out. Butterfur dress, and diadem of action. Where are we? I mean, I kind of assumed we were underground or something. We're at the base of 3 mountains. My house was on the top of Mount Sirostratus. Your gate was at the highest point of the Stratocumulus cluster, and I'm not sure what lies south, beyond the Cumulonimbus cliff basin. You couldn't have spoken with a denizen more than 15 minutes before I arrived. I just used my Sky-provided notepad. It also connects to a database of spurb rock views and junk. Triangle Head set it up for me. Ugh, bleh. So boring. While you were getting kitted out in your pretty princess outfit, the fog began to float upwards. The entire landscape is blanketed in 2 to 3 inches of moss due to the constant humidity, which makes it seem featureless despite teeming with life. This soil would be absolutely perfect for raspberry bushes. Clara, head south and receive urgent message. Alright, it's imperative that you start acting as my server immediately. Okay, why? I'm pretty absolutely sure this game thinks I died. Raised in the land of tunnels and frogs. It seems that frogs are supposed to be a large aspect of the last level from all the notepad entries I've been reading. How do I get a notepad? It's right in the menu bar thing for the Spurb client CD. Well, I'm just getting a little HTML box. I don't have to design the whole thing, do I? The application is just for jotting down entries, for personal reference. It's not a blog. Why won't he just make your blog for you? You made one for Shane. Persevere. Achieve your dream blog. Can I insert image files? Just put image code. I'm not going to read out the image code. In there, if you're using a pic from the internet, then you can actually just copy-paste any JPEG file from your computer onto it, and it'll upload it onto your notepad. Is there some kind of header I can put at the top? Clara, I am going to die. I am going to be actually crushed to death if you make me teach you basic HTML coding instead of enter the game. You will have traded your friend's life for a blog that can only be read by 2 other people because there are only 2 people left from the entire world. I fucking hate that ghost toss. Good God, he's just so relentlessly serious. Actually, that laughter was probably meant to be sarcastic. There is no way that you would let a single angle on his head be harmed while he was under your charge. You can go sort up your notepad later. Begin server session. The iPad is fucking creepy. The moment it came into your possession, all the little tiles became the computer programs you used over the years. It even added one for Politiscreamer, which you joined for 3 days to bug Ray. You was already signed into PestaCham, and both your Spurb client and server disk info seems to be on here as well. You don't know how to change the background though. Oh, what the fuck? 4 minutes? You have to get Alex out of there now. You'd sooner carry your own weight in rotten meat over hundreds of miles than lose him. Alex! Run, fish, run! Employing the run Clara dubbed Billie Jean ain't my furor, due to its resemblance to a moonwalk mixed with a goose step. You make your way swiftly about the grounds with your Crackside Dow. Over in your mother's wing of the house, the greenhouse has holds orchids, something weak, enfeebled, and benign enough to be perfect for prototyping. A quick investigation after screams coming from the game room reveal your little sister crushed to death. Ironically, a copy of Milton Bradley's The Game of Life clutched in her little white, unmoving hands. You schedule in a few hours of mourning in your schedule book for a more appropriate time. The sister bit's a prototype. Your Crackside totem has been stolen by a mischievous imp who heads to the master bedroom terrace and escapes to the ground. You follow him, acquiring and hatchet-kind strife specimens in the northern quadrant of your grounds. An open window leads you to the library where there is no totem or imp to be found. However, a quick logic puzzle reveals a secret passageway. You crack the imp open with your simple garden axe, receiving +1 paper grist. You can also now proceed to alchemize the totem now. In the eastern tier room, you find yourself unable to discern what you were meant to do with this big battery thing. Shouldn't you lick it? Maybe you should lick... Earth has been destroyed. Why is Earth in quotation marks? Oh man, what even happened here? Rewind 4 minutes and be Ray. You're Ray now. You stand in a freaky underground room. There's a 4-way television thing, but only one of the monitors is on. It's showing some chick. Wait a sec, is that your girlfriend? Check it out, yo. Holy shit, it is! She's trying to outrun a giant goddamn meteor on her moped! Change angles. While trying to take a screen cap of your bitchin' babe to put on your notepad, the magic science camera switched angles. You're starting to worry that she won't make it, especially since the whole planet is going to be bombarded with these rocks. Miraculously giving this space rock the slip would lead her straight into the collision course of another. Help her! Save her! Maybe that's what this kooky computer thing is for. Jesus cocksucker. What is wrong with this keyboard? Your language's level is not yet high enough to competently and cool-headedly use whatever this is. Yep, that's the keyboard. That is hard to understand. Mash keyboard. Oh, you slam your palm into the largest and least wordy key. Hopefully it transports Michelle somewhere safe and, if you have enough charm in your luck stratum, close. Well, fancy that. One bitchin' babe coming right up. You've got so much to tell her about your crazy adventures in this gay-retarded video game. She'll get a kick out of Joe's constant accusations of penis envy. Greet girlfriend. God damn it, that's not your girlfriend, that's just her moped. You need to zap her over before the asteroid outruns her... moped? Wait, if her Scooty Puff is here, then what? Fix it! You try and try, but the monitor's gone wrong. It's only showing static. This goes on for 60 seconds until this appears on the screen, and you weep bitter tears into cold, unfeeling, obscenely complicated keys. You lost her. You weren't able to share her last cigarette, drink, or kiss. You thought it was just going to be the two of you forever, and in 5 minutes, your forever dribbled out of your impotent fingers like piss. You don't want to cry. Crying is for babies and homos. Stop crying! Stop crying! Oh Christ! Why can't you stop crying? Please, God! No, please! Ray should be left alone out of respect and societal restraint. Speaking of, I implore you, let me leave my house. It's raining. You can't just wear a t-shirt. I enjoy the rain. Quite a bit, actually. That's why you got pneumonia twice last year. You've got the alchemizer. Make a fucking outfit of your dreams. I doubt any of this is important right now. Triangle Head, Shane agrees with me. Oh yes, you're travelling together now. Would you please say hello on my account? No. There are so many holes in his shirt, he may as well be wearing a colander. You block his door with the creepy fucking statue he had built of Benini's Rape of Proserpina with Pluto recast as himself. Awful, awful, awful. Your loyalty clause deals 30 plus ignorance to any doubt surrounding Alex, and your apathy crystals half the remainder. But even you have to give pause to question the inner workings that propel the intricate and mysterious catalysts within the Triangle Head. Stand ground. There we go. Now, can I go out and play with all the other kids? That was a joke I just told right now. A joke about your condescending wardrobe orders infantilizing me. He could have made anything. He could have made a three-piece bear tuxedo if he wanted. He pulls a ratty set of moth-bitten winter wear out of his cupboard and acts like he went through a fucking 1-3-1-3 exodus. You gotta screen cap this tomfoolery. Looks comfy cozy enough in the sweater though. Alex, strike a pose outside and show off your land. Land of rain and paper. You love the rain. This is certainly ideal. I feel like those are two things that wouldn't go together very well. Explore! Water perforates the paper beneath your well-worn and comfortingly familiar sneakers. The two elements seem as incompatible as they were known to be on Earth. You think it's really a shame that all of those exquisite and intricate works of origami will be turned into piles of mush. You've never really considered yourself an artist, but you're always quite content to be a patron of the arts. Your skin welcomes condensation, greedily soaking the rain into itself. A sweater clings to warm, moist flesh, and oh wow, there seems to be a huge, horrible monster directly in your path. Find a different route, if convenient. Much appreciated. You'll engage these actions immediately. It was your understanding that basilisks were meant to be significantly smaller than this emerald basilisk behind you. You actually went to the trouble of going down to Game Shop to buy the extended edition of the game guide, and if you had the pre-science to bring it, you'd quickly find that any botanical prototypes thrive when exposed to moisture, rotting food, sunshine, classical music, animal manure, soil, CO2, calcium, bee spats, and many, many other unexpected weather, creatures, terrains, and actions. Really, this is entry-level shit, rookie. Clara, have startling revelation. You and Shane wander south, your wither and fithering independent from goals or effort. That was a sentence. Suddenly, you realize something life-changing. Tell Shane what's up. Why the gasp? I just realized you can help me drink all this booze. You can just pour it into my mouth for me. I'm the very spirit of Inginia. So simple. You can't believe you didn't get the magmapeds to do it. These few hours sobriety, coupled with an overdue dick-ripping war queen of a hangover, have felt like months. You, Shane, and Umasprite are gonna get fucked up. Even if you have to alchemize ghost booths. Party! Fucking slam a jamming! If you have any armory protols by the end of the night, you were partying wrong, and you are consistently sure to party right. So right. Of course, you can still get stupid pussy video game chores done while cranking up, and update your notepad. You don't even need Triangle Head's help. I am real drunk now. It's called being an artist's bit. Fuck. Fun consults. You need these semi-sapient beasties to tell you what's what. Whoa, shit, hold up, who are these assholes? Mad pretty bug dudes. Alternatively, dudettes. I don't know what bug cocks look like. I mean, these are those consorts. We have exceeded in our mission, succeeded. Excellent. Now see, if you had just paid attention in your cocksuckling life, you would have known to find these facts before you went to be killing every abomination of a monster in the tri-spectrum area. So is that tiny text? Looks a bit like tiny text. I'm so tired of making pretend video game type shit. You'd have the ethereal light, which can cut through the fog, maybe with magic. God damn, this is going poorly. Do consoles like to party? What a stupid question. Everyone likes to party. To drive this point home, a fogfly slams an entire can of Mad Fog 2020 right the dicks in front of you in 12 seconds. Awesome, yes! Finding that you have already completed your mission, which was to return the fog to the highlands in thriving moldfields and bring joy to the children, they pull out all the stops for a rich and wondrous banquet. They've got traditional music and dance, the village's signature lavender liqueur, and a whole feast of roasted sweetmeats and pomegranates the size of your head. The fucking oranges on the table are gilded. It is beyond extravagant, and it is lovely, lovely, lovely. You earned this. Jesus. Give me all your ghost booze, horse. But I need to raise my mind. I cannot be here with all these insects and vomit. I command you, Spectre! More tiny text. More tiny text that says, finished with drinking while making fan comics. This takes so much more effort than A, normal drinking, and B, normal comics. Wow, I guess so. In order to write the part where the characters were drunk, the author got drunk in order to get into the right frame of mind, I guess. That's pretty funny. You have to forget tonight before tomorrow happens. The only booze left is the stuff you alchemize for the horse ghost. Consume ectoplasmic alcohol. Something about being a sprite, horse, or anime makes Uma Sprite extremely susceptible to commands. She's still noticeably discomforted as the ice-cold, green-glowing brew slides down your throat. You taste sour apple, ashes, and the perfume of someone long lost to the gaping north. It is delicious, and you should want nothing more than to suckle this sweet teat until oblivion's embrace crushed existence itself. You love sour apple. Glug, glug, glug. Well, that is quite the page to finish on, and I give this adventure a fairly good, although like I said before that I'm okay with reading it out in the tone it's meant to be intended in, but some language that I wish should have been different. Anyway, I'm going to save this, and that was by Anonymous. Okay, I don't know. Somebody said that I should probably read out author names after I finish reading Adventures, and I reckon that's a good idea. Can't do it with this one, though. Why is the author anonymous? This adventure took suggestions. It's probably on a forum. I don't... why is it anonymous? Anyway, that took half an hour already, or something? 20 minutes, maybe? So yeah, I probably won't be reading that many more random adventures. Maybe just a few more. So, start jail stack adventure. Okay, and the picture's broken. This is broken because it used Discord. Right, I'm assuming they use Discord, some channel over Discord that no longer exists as their picture base. It's convenient that you can please upload pictures to Discord, but if you're gonna do it for an adventure, you might want to move them to somewhere else after a while. Doomed to mutation. Testing. A broken picture. Okay, anyway, also, I didn't receive any feedback for the question I asked last episode about whether or not I should edit out adventures that I don't end up reading because the pictures are broken. Ones that I get to the first page of and I decide not to read. Should I edit those out? This one looks decent. Homeschooled. A young girl stands in her bedroom. Today is the 3rd of November, 2009, the day after her 15th birthday. Usually, she would be excited to add another candle to her cake, but turning 15 is a little bit more special than most birthdays. Yesterday, she was given a name, but unfortunately, she forgot it. Quero matter? Enter name, Pimple Tit Dipwad. Alex Rosewell. Introduce yourself. Your name is Alex. As was previously mentioned, yesterday was your birthday. Therefore, you are awaiting many gifts and goodies from your friends. You have few permitted interests such as cowboys, video games, watching TV, and the unfathomable. Your guardian is out running errands, so you decide it would be best to unlock your door and get active for the time being. What will you do? Examine papers strewn about room. Mothman. Bigfoot alien's uncle. You pick up the nearest paper to you. It is your supernatural watch list. You use this to track all the weirdest things you've seen outside your window or inside of your house. So far, you've seen about 4 different non-human entities. Non-human entities. Maybe one day you can obtain a hunting rifle and turn into a monster hunter extraordinaire. Look out your window. Your window view is your lovely backyard. Laying there in the grass and flowers is an old overturned sign. It might possibly say, "No trespassing," or even, "All are welcome." You never really know, nor did you ever take the time to decide which it will be. Maybe one day you can possibly flip it and find out the truth. It'll be such a fun surprise, won't it? Next to that, there are 2 trees. One bears fruit almost every day of the year, and the other stays completely bare. Look at posters. A small assortment of posters sit on your wall. A few of these were generous gifts from your friends, so in all honesty, you've never really watched these country movies before, but you bet that they're really sick. Someday you wish to add a Cowboys vs. Aliens poster to the collection. It was the movie that started your fanatic craze for the outside world. Allocate baseball bat to strike specimens. First, you capture-log your baseball bat into your Celodex, which is kind of like an inventory system in video games, but for really big things you can't hold in your pockets. You use the philo-stack modus to retrieve items out when you need them most. You use this to get things out that you find too tiring to hold. It's the simplest one you've seen, and the easiest one to use, with the first in, last out ideology. You wouldn't have it any other way. This bat is the only thing you have in here, as of now. You check the back of your strife specimens for the kind abstractus that fits your weapon. You choose bat kind. Your bat was moved from your capture lock deck to your strife deck permanently after being allocated with the strife card. Whatever the hell that means. Examine Game Bro magazine. The magazine lays flat and innocuous on your table. This was sent to you by a friend who was curious if any games looked particularly interesting in there to you. You lightly skimmed it and then deemed it a worthless piece of trash. You remain adamant in your Game Girl beats Game Bro stance. Check out yellow box. You look inside the box. Whoa, inside the box are a set of shirt patches, a Game Girl magazine, and a letter! Open the crumpled paper that was set atop the stack of patches. Hey Alex, happy birthday. I'm writing this with the pen set you gave me for my birthday, which is kind of ironic, but also isn't. Anyway, I know you love game magazines, so I stole one of my sister's for you. And I got you some of the shirt patches, because you mentioned before that you had none, and I felt bad. Enjoy my new blind art pen drawings from now on. GG. You go to choose a shirt patch from one of the selections in the box. Which patch will you take? Put on the Illuminati patch and rule the world from the shadows. You put on the Pyramid patch. What will you do now, Detective Alex? Read magazine like gift. What's up, game girls? Okay, so basically, Smurf is like,
This big game that has been anticipated for like years or whatever. And I guess that means I'm going to be doing a review of it. Because right now, I got 2 stacks sitting on my bed like a fat alcoholic failure of a father, you feel? TBH, I was kind of nervous about starting it though, because I wanted to play houses, but I was worried I'd be delivered Street Fighter or something retarded like that. Like, when am I going to be playing dress up? Kicking the shit out of some bad guys is way easier than picking curtains to match the bedsheets. I mean, you tell me, girl. You girls get me, right? I mean, I didn't play it, but I bet it was booming. Anyways, I gave it 2.5 kitty cats out of 5 because I just felt like it wasn't up to par with other cool games, like RuneScape or BratsDressUp.com. Oh, and I also want to mention that, speaking of cats, my dumb shit best friend Tracy got super wasted last night and threw up everywhere. I mean, it wasn't super groovy because my bathroom floor turned into a mosaic, but we caught it on tape and put it on Barstool Sports Law. Anyway, here's a sick-ass picture of the Bratz doll I made on Bratzmaker. Girl, down notes. Tracy was so wasted. Mel! Follow her on Facebook. What's that paper on your chair? Clean room, organized posters. Message TT. Buy new markers. Howdy. You take a look at the piece of paper attached to the back of your chair. This is your to-do list. You almost never finish the requisite chores assigned to yourself before you carry on with your day. But who cares? There are more important things to be done around here. On the bottom is your very artistically drawn cowboy. You really only added him there to fill up the leftover space left on the sheet, though. Go onto your computer. You get onto your computer and boot it up. You spend some of your free time here when you're not fooling around downstairs. Your PC is decorated mostly with garbage files you haven't touched in ages, and a few games you rarely play. Your chit-chat application is notifying you of a friend that is trying to get in touch. You've left that flashing for a while. Open skirt.fld. You open the skirt.fld. It is a junk folder for notes, folders, and art that you make for fun. Although sturdy, your PC is very old, so it takes a while to open things. Your background elephant mocks you as the file folder loads. Open chit-chat. You open up chit-chat. Only one of your friends seems to be online. Check message. Yo, birthday girl. Anything sus come in the mail lately? Like cool shit. Might be in a big ass blue box. Maybe not. Might have your name on it. Nope. But GG's present came. Shit, I primed it to you and it still isn't there. It's probably because you live in like literally the middle of goddamn nowhere. But the Amazon guy is scratching his balls right now trying to figure out what direction corn is in. You're so inconsiderate of him. If I'm so inconsiderate, then how did Gigi's present get to my house? Landed right in the middle of Corn City's capital, right on the day of my... What day was it again? That bastard beat me to it. What did he get you? Some kick-ass magazines and a couple of shirt patches. Magazines? Yeah, Game Girl won't deliver to my house anymore. He said he'd send me a few copies when he's done with them. That's so gay. Read Game Bro like a real man. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I don't cave in, unlike the masses. You can catch me reading something more suited to my intellectual tastes. Tell that to AA. And I bet you probably have a Game Bro somewhere in your room right now, just waiting to be read. I would never. Anyways, let's be serious for a sec. Let me know when you get that box, because I spent like a shitload of cash on it. It's like a group gift, or whatever. Roger. Browse on the internet. Pronto. You go and do just that. Buddy's whims are never as important as good old quality time spent with your computer. Oh god damn it, why does this thing always get so many bugs and issues? What a useless piece of shit. Press OK. Your computer seems to be restarting itself now. You're glad that you'll never need this for anything important, at least. Live action roleplay as a cowboy while you wait for your computer to boot. No, not again. Last roleplayed as a cowboy, you galloped so hard into a wall that your mother's prized Santa painting, located in another part of the house, tipped over and crashed into the living room and its furniture. Your uncle, an expert handyman, fixed the situation in a pinch, but not without reprimanding you to wit's end. Legend has it, you careened into the wall with such momentum that a large crack resides under the new painting's resting place. Your curiosity about said crack haunts you. Too bad it's still reinforced now. Instead of playing around in your room, you capture the cowboy hat above your bed for later, safer use. But in the process of doing so, you accidentally combine the hat with a pin keeping it to the wall. This thing was a little bit harder to operate than you thought. Go downstairs. You wander out into your hallway and are greeted by a comfy set of packed doors. The door you just exited was your bedroom, the one across from yours is your bathroom, and the one before yours is your house's tea room. In front of you is the end of the hallway, leading to a long set of stairs. What a puzzling arrangement. If only you had a map that you detailed with every charted room that was in your house. One of your chums used to do that. You wonder how he is doing. Where will you go? Look at red and blue scribbles. These scribbles are spray paint residue. You vandalized your uncle's bedroom wall in a fit of vexation towards his strict parenting techniques while he was outside of the house doing chores. You're excited to see his reaction as he witnesses your masterpiece sitting right atop his door. This will truly be a sight to see, as poking the bear with a stick is one of your favorite pastimes. Enter the tea room. You enter the tea room. This place does not look like it has anything to do with tea. In fact, it looks like proof that your mother and uncle are compulsive hoarders. You wonder if the teacups are still filled with old water and tea leaves, and if the guitar in the corner is still tuned. Yes, play the guitar. It is tuned, as a matter of fact. You play a sad refrain on your guitar until you hear the tires of a truck pulling into your doorway. Who could that be? That was nice. Anyway, I think I might stop there because I don't want this video to go on over an hour again. And it's getting close, and so even though that I've only really read this adventure and stupid garbage no good, yeah, I might stop there. Like, reading out loud takes a lot more time than reading to myself. It's quite possible that I'm going to random onto some adventure that has a few hundred pages, which would require multiple episodes just to read fully. If anybody has any problems with that, please say so. I mean, I've got no idea how many people even watch to the end of these episodes. Probably not that many, but if that happens, I probably will just do an impromptu let's read episodes of whatever the really long adventure is. So yeah, anyway, that's I still don't know what I'm doing. I know I've said that before, but please, feedback, any whatsoever. It's good. Need it. Thanks. Bye.